candy. This is the things that you'll need. You'll need about 2 pounds or 907 grams of powdered sugar, about a half teaspoon of vanilla, a small potato, and some peanut butter. And creamy usually works best. So what you want to do is you want to take a small potato and chop it and peel it. My potato was a little too big, so I cut it in half. That's okay, but that's about the size you need. You want to dice it up like you're making mashed potatoes and put it in boiling water. You're going to let it boil until it's pretty much done. It could be about 10 minutes or so. Just let it go. When it's done, you want to add about a half teaspoon of vanilla and you want to mash it together. Be careful though, because I'm using a masher and the potato likes to stick to the masher. I know it doesn't look like much, but it will be plenty. You're really wanting the potato starch in the potato is what you want. I took a fork, and after I added the vanilla, I kind of mashed it fine with the fork. It helps a little bit. Now you want to take your powdered sugar. This is the fun part. Sugar will always act as a liquid whenever you add it to anything. And what it's doing is it's taking the moisture from the potato and it's just melting into nothing. So you're just going to continue to add powdered sugar until you get a dough-like consistency. I used about 3 heaping cupfuls. I know it's a lot, but it's what it takes. You just do it until it forms a dough. This is the longest part, just so you guys know. So once it's a dough, you want to powder sugar your countertop and you want to use your hands and kind of knead it. And you'll instantly start feeling that starch start crusting onto your hands. It starts hardening up. Once you got it to a dough, you want to roll it out to a thin thickness on your cabinet, your countertop. You want to use something to try to get up underneath the sides because it will try to stick to it no matter what it is because the starch is trying to harden. Now you want to add peanut butter in an even layer across the entire thing, but be careful because you don't want to get it too close to the sides because we have to roll this into a log. And all your peanut butter will come out your sides, and it also makes it kind of tough to roll. You can add as much peanut butter as you like. You don't want a really thin smear of peanut butter across it, but you don't want too thick either. Like I said, it will make it hard to roll. But you need that peanut butter because pretty much the dough is just congealed powdered sugar and vanilla. And the peanut butter acts as your salt. Make sure your edges don't have any peanut butter. Now you want to take and you want to loosen up the bottom again because we're about to roll it and you need it to be pliable because you don't want it to stick. So we're just going to roll it into a log. And it's okay if it cracks. You're going to have some cracking anyway. I could have made my dough too thin, which is a possibility, but it's not going to hurt the integrity of the candy itself. Just roll it on over. And here we have our potato candy log. Don't worry about the cracks, just kind of bring them back in. The peanut butter will squish. All right, so now that you have your log form, you want to cut off the ends because there's really no peanut butter in those ends. If you look, see, there's very little, and that's pretty much just all powdered sugar, and we don't want that. So now you're just going to cut and make little pinwheels. I put some powdered sugar on my paper plate just so it doesn't stick. But you see how when I slice it, there's a little pinwheel look of peanut butter on the inside. And that's what you want. And see, they're not perfect pinwheels. That happens, it's fine. But they're pinwheel-esque, so that's what you want. And these are really soft right now. They're really pliable, as you'll see in just a minute. They will mush really easy at this point if you apply too much pressure. See? It's even a little difficult to pick them up sometimes. And if you have an excess of peanut butter, that will also happen. That also makes it pretty difficult to move your pinwheels. So pretty much we're just slicing it all down. We're going to put all of our pieces on the paper plate, and then we're going to freeze these. Put them in the freezer, or you can leave them on the counter at room temperature. It just takes a bit longer. But if you put them in the freezer for about 10 to 15 minutes, the heat that is in the potato itself from boiling it, it will cool down enough to where that starch solidifies and makes your candy hard. So this is what we have. Into the freezer. Now once they're out of the freezer, see I'm taking my nails and tapping on the candy itself? It's because it's solidified and it's like a candy. It sounds like candy when you put it, little hard candies when you put it into the plastic container. It's hard. It's gonna keep shape for the most part, but it's not hard like a candy, like a liquid sugar candy, like a lollipop. It's got some give to it. The outside is just a little bit tough. You can easily break them with your fingers. They're soft enough for that. And that's what they should look like. And there's your potato candy, guys. I hope you enjoy.